In the previous video, I stated what IU and TDIU is, um, and I posted the websites where you can get the rest of the information and read it for yourselves for TDIU and IU if that's what you're pursuing. If you're unable to work or you can work medial jobs, but you're unable to hold a permanent job or hold substantially gainful employment. Um, this video I want to talk about total and permanent. It is straight to the point. Total and permanent. Schedule rating for 100%. If any one of the veterans' disabilities qualifies for 100% rating under the rating schedule, the total disability requirement for pension is satisfied. Under VA disability compensation, only service-connected disabilities are considered for the total and permanent rating. This means that one of your disabilities, where it's PTSD, your back, whatever service connection disability meets the 100% and is allowed to hit the 100%, um, you know, that disability qualifies for 100 and you will be considered total and permanent, TMP. Um, TMP, if you have this, by all means, um, thank you for your service, and hopefully you guys are sharing your experiences with the VA. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the temporary disability, and this is the VA website has this on va.gov has this on their website. Um, if you recently ended your active military service and you have a disability related to your service, where you may be able to get temporary disability compensation or benefits right away, you qualify for these benefits. You'll get what's called a pre-stabilization rating. This rating may be 50% or 100% depending on the severity of your disability. Your pre-stabilization rating will continue for 1 year after your discharge from active service. Um, this is true. Also, let's say you get out of active service, military service, um, and you apply for your ratings. Um, it doesn't have to be right away, but you do have that 5 year window where I stated before. And I know of someone that received the temporary 100 for that 1 year, and it was based on one of the conditions, which was precancerous cells. Um, Now, what the VA is presuming that after they treat you, you will go a certain amount of time where they're gonna monitor you to make sure whether it's cancer or whatever it is the disability is, um, that they're gonna monitor you until you're completely stabilized and it is not a recurring disability. So meaning that you will stay at that 100%, and then after that they will dwindle you back down to the rating that you have. But for that disability itself, so let's say it is precancerous cells, um, for that disability itself, they will keep you service connected, but it might drop down to 50% or 0%. You know, so just know that this is what temporary disability means. Now there are different disabilities in regards to what qualifies for a temporary disability. And again, I'm gonna go into the precancerous cells or cancer itself, meaning that let's say a liver, one of your well, let's say your liver is cut in half. I was about to say one of your livers, but let's say your liver is cut in half, and they can't cut no more. You need to look at that even more because there's a breakdown in regards to it. And if anything is removed or anything like that, you might qualify for something more for it. So, like a special monthly compensation, or which normally comes with the temporary disability. You might get a special monthly compensation if it is like something in regards to like precancerous or cancerous disabilities. All right, guys. Um, so it's just something that I know of. I know another veteran that very close to me that I know about that has had this. Um, then this is where vetfirst.org explains it and breaks it down into a little bit more. There are three types of temporary disability ratings: the pre-stabilization ratings, total ratings for service-connected disability requiring hospitalization, convalescent rating, which is the TDCC. And it breaks it down for you guys. Pre-stabilization ratings is of 100% is for veterans who have experienced during active and unstable condition resulting in a severe disability that renders gainful employment either not feasible or advisable. Such conditions would include residuals resulting from a head injury or gunshot wound residuals. The VA is not allowed to assign a 100% pre-stabilization rating if the veteran's case warrants a 100% regular rating. Uh, so what they're trying to say is that if your your case, so your disability warrants a 100%, you get that 100%. They're not going to give you a temporary. You know, you're just going to get the straight 100. Assigned immediately after discharge from the military and continues for 12 months after discharge. During the 12 months, the pre-stabilized rating can change to another rating authorizing a greater benefit if the change would be a better benefit for the veteran. So this is where the VA is taking steps ahead to help you out. There must be a VA exam if the veteran between 6 months to 12 months following discharge. If the exam calls for reduction in benefits, the VA cannot make the reduction until the end of the 12-month period. This is what I was trying to explain to you guys. The reduction comes based on what you know when you're being monitored. So you have to go back and get seen, and they reevaluate you in your condition. Now, what the total ratings for service-connected disabilities requiring hospitalization? The condition must be service-connected. The period of the hospitalization or observation must exceed 21 days. The increased rating starts on the first day of continuous hospitalization and ends on the last day of the month of hospital discharge. If hospitalization occurs on a non-service condition and during hospitalization, a service-connected disability is treated for over 21 days, then the 100% can be granted, meaning that you go in for something that's not service-connected, and all of a sudden uh, a service-connected condition of yours needs to be treated, and it is over 21 days, then you'll get that 100%. Now, the convalescent rating. Three circumstances for a TDC. The veteran has surgery that requires 1 month of convalescence. The veteran's surgery has resulted in severe post-operative residuals. The veteran has a major joint immobilized by a cast. Convalescent for mental disorders. Veteran must have a service-connected mental disorder, hospitalized for at least 6 months or for the service-connected mental disorder. Convalescent rating will last for 6 months for hospital discharge. This rating is protected under 38 CFR 3.105. Benefit is for up to a year. The conditions must be service-connected, and the medical documenting indicates that the veteran needs time to convalesce after hospital discharge or outpatient release. Now, home confinement is not necessary, and it will state in the previous case. If the veteran's doctor's prescribed do not return to work for 12 weeks, then the CAVC has ruled that the note establishes 12 weeks of convalescence. So you get, your 3 months of convalescence leave. So these are the three temporary types of temporary disability ratings. And, this is what I was going to talk about. So I guess I did have time for both of them, total and permanent. And the next one I'm going to talk about is the 100% scheduler. your regular schedule of rating. So stay tuned, guys, and hopefully this helps you out. I will post the websites on under the video, and comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, guys. Whatever comments, hit me up. If I missed anything, let me know. Would love to pick your brain. All right, guys. Take care. Bye bye, and have a good day.